I didn't do that. I didn't have time. I had 3 kids and a job and a crazy man.
Get ready for a jaw-dropping revelation. Iyanla Vanzant, a renowned life coach, author, and television personality, had a decades-long friendship and shared goals with Oprah Winfrey. However, in an unexpected spill, she has dropped a bombshell, saying that Oprah Winfrey is worse than Diddy. This revelation has sparked a firestorm of controversies, leaving many to wonder about the tension and dynamics at play. Does the well-respected Oprah Winfrey have dark secrets behind closed doors? Join us as we delve deep into the details of Iyanla's revelation. The Oprah Winfrey Show catapulted a lot of celebrities to fame, and Iyanla Vanzant was one of those celebrities who found footing in Oprah's heart. Every fan of the show knows Iyanla was a regular, appearing more than 20 times between 1998 and 1999. People viewed her as one of Oprah's protégés, akin to Dr. Phil or Nat Burkus, and anticipated her own show. However, things took a devastating turn following Iyanla's quest to get her own show. This, along with numerous other issues, sparked controversies and ultimately led to a fallout between the 2 black women. She has been vocal about her situation with Oprah. A number of shocking accusations have surfaced as the situation escalated, and shocking truths about Oprah's dark side began to creep out, blowing up the media. What does this controversy mean for Oprah Winfrey? Could this be the scandal of the season? We are about to find out. But before we delve into the details of Iyanla Vanzant's shocking revelation, let us walk through the successful life of one of the richest and most influential black women in the United States. Who is Oprah Winfrey, and how did she become so successful? Who is Oprah Winfrey? Oprah Winfrey is an American media tycoon, television host, actress, producer, and philanthropist. She is best known for her talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, which was the highest-rated television program of its kind in history and ran for 25 years from 1986 to 2011. Popularly known as the Queen of Media, Oprah has built a vast media empire and accumulated a net worth of over $2.5 billion. She was born on January 29, 1954, in rural Mississippi to a single teenage mother and later raised in inner-city Milwaukee. Oprah has stated that she experienced molestation during her childhood and early teenage years, becoming pregnant at 14. However, her prematurely born son died in infancy. But despite these difficult beginnings, Oprah went on to have an extraordinary career. Her natural talent for communication and her engaging, empathetic personality led her to a job in radio while still in high school. By the age of 19, she was a co-anchor for the local evening news. Oprah's emotional, spontaneous delivery eventually led to her transfer to the daytime talk show arena, and after boosting a third-rated local Chicago talk show to first place, she launched her own production company and created The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986. This marked the beginning of her impressive career in the next few decades. The Oprah Winfrey Show was a groundbreaking program that introduced a more intimate, confessional form of media communication. She popularized and revolutionized the talk show genre, bringing discussions of previously taboo subjects like intimate misconduct into the mainstream. Critics have criticized her for expressing a confession culture and promoting controversial self-help ideas. But they've also praised her for her ability to connect with her audience and for using her platform to uplift and empower people. By the mid-1990s, Oprah had reinvented her show with a focus on literature, self-improvement, mindfulness, and spirituality. The Oprah Winfrey Show became the highest-rated television talk show in history, earning multiple Emmy Awards over its 25-year run. She also emerged as a powerful political force, with her endorsement of Barack Obama in the 2008 presidential race estimated to have been worth about 1 million votes during the Democratic primaries. In addition to her iconic talk show, Oprah has built a huge media empire, founding her own production company, Harpo Productions, as well as the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, in 2011. She has also appeared in numerous films and television shows, lent her voice to animated projects, and published several best-selling books. She has been inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame and has received countless honors and awards, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Through her work in media, entertainment, and philanthropy, Oprah Winfrey has had an immeasurable impact on American culture. She has used her platform to give voice to the marginalized, challenge societal norms, and inspire millions of people around the world to live their best lives. The Oprah Winfrey Show served as a platform for rising celebrities to achieve fame, and Iyanla Vanzant is among the numerous celebrities who seized this opportunity. However, while the Oprah Show benefited many, it also led to the downfall of others, and Iyanla Vanzant appears to have borne the brunt of both consequences. Was Oprah Winfrey the reason for Iyanla's tragic downfall? Or is there some kind of truth lurking behind closed doors? Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant might not be as popular as Oprah Winfrey, but her journey to stardom was one marked by resilience and determination. Like Oprah, growing up wasn't rosy for her. She was born Rhonda Eva Harris on September 13, 1953, in Brooklyn, New York, in the back of a taxi to Sarah Jefferson, who was a railroad car maid. Life was tough for her from the moment she was born, mostly because she was the product of an extramarital affair, and to make matters worse, she lost her mother at the young age of 2. With nowhere to stay, she was shuffled between various family members and didn't spend much time at a place before she was moved to another relative. Because of her situation, she endured intimate mistreatment for many years. Life became tougher for her when she became pregnant as a teenager and had her first child at the age of 16. By the time she was 21, she was a mother of 3. After enduring a 9-year abusive relationship, Iyanla found her way to Medgar Evers College, where she graduated summa cum laude with a degree in public administration and education. Immediately after, she entered the City University Law School at Queens College as part of the inaugural class. She then went on to work in the Public Defender's Office in Philadelphia, but felt the need to leave and never return. During a difficult period when Iyanla was sleeping on a friend's couch after being evicted from her home, she received a call to teach women on public assistance who were preparing to re-enter the workforce. This prompted her to develop a workbook named Tapping the Power Within, which became the cornerstone of her life's work. Over the next 2 decades, Iyanla would go on to author 17 additional titles, including several New York Times bestsellers like Acts of Faith, The Value in the Valley, and Peace from Broken Pieces. In 1994, she and her daughter Jemia opened the Inner Visions Institute for Spiritual Development, which offered classes and workshops on personal growth and spiritual life coaching. Her television career began when she served as a life coach on the reality show Starting Over, inspiring viewers with her down-to-earth style and wisdom. She later hosted her own daytime talk show before leaving to pursue a master's degree in spiritual psychology. Iyanla has received recognition for her powerful work as a spiritual teacher, life coach, and motivational speaker throughout her career. She has received 4 National Association for the Advancement of Colored People Image Awards, 3 Gracie Awards, and has been called the most powerful spiritual healer, fixer, and teacher on the planet by Oprah Winfrey herself. Despite the immense success she had achieved, her life took a tragic turn following the death of her daughter, the end of the 39-year marriage, and the loss of her home to foreclosure during the recession. Yet she used these challenges as an opportunity for growth and transformation, sharing her story openly to inspire others who may be facing their own reversal of fortune. It's not the television show, the red carpets, or knowing how many followers I have that keep me going, she said. It's remembering the truth about who I am, a girl from Brooklyn who has made many, many mistakes and is still God's beloved. The Oprah Winfrey Show is one of the key factors that helped elevate Iyanla's profile and established her as a prominent inspirational speaker, author, and life coach. Her appearance on the show alone provided her with the visibility she required to become an icon. However, the relationship between her and Oprah became strained for a number of reasons. Because of this, she had to leave Harpo Production. This decision ignited numerous controversies on social media. So, what really happened between Iyanla Vanzant and Oprah Winfrey? The ups and downs between Iyanla Vanzant and Oprah Winfrey. Iyanla Vanzant first gained prominence as a spiritual mentor and best-selling author, making regular appearances on Oprah's show in the late 1990s. She was on track to become one of Oprah's protégés, with the potential to launch her own show, much like Dr. Phil and Nate Berkus had done. However, things suddenly took a dramatic turn for the worse when she was offered an opportunity by Barbara Walters to host her own show. Initially, Iyanla approached Harpo Productions, Oprah's company, to discuss the possibility. But the negotiations did not go as planned. According to her, she initially told Harpo that she was willing to wait for her own show, but later reconsidered when other producers expressed interest in working with her. She returned to them to discuss the possibility of moving forward sooner, but received a less than welcoming response. She felt that she had made a mistake in trying to explain her change of heart, because Harpo perceived it as her trying to leverage a deal. This led to Iyanla being told not to return to Oprah's show. The fallout between the two women was highly publicized, with Oprah later addressing the issue on her show. She expressed her surprise at Iyanla's actions, stating that she had been willing to leave the stage and give her the stage because she liked her so much. On the other hand, Iyanla acknowledged that she had not fully understood the business world and the level of loyalty expected of her as Oprah's protégé. She felt that she had not demonstrated that loyalty, which she believed led to the issues between them. Some criticized the public nature of the disagreement as demeaning. However, others saw it as a refreshingly honest portrayal of the emotional nature of business relationships, especially between two powerful women. Ultimately, the lesson that Iyanla took away from the experience was the importance of having a strong foundation and understanding the protocols of the industry in which she was operating. While the two women were able to reconcile and Iyanla later returned to Oprah's show, the incident underscored the complexities and challenges that can arise even between those who appear to be close partners and mentors. Years later, Iyanla mentioned other reasons why she left Oprah's show. She cited the lack of freedom she experienced on the show. According to her, hosting a TV show limited her freedom to be, do, and go as she pleased. And that wasn't what she wanted. She wanted a more personal freedom, no matter the cost. She also mentioned that she had to deal with several negative comments, emails, and even death threats from viewers, which was a huge challenge for her as someone who was sensitive to things like that. She also expressed that she would rather focus on helping people off camera rather than through a TV show. In the end, she came to the sad conclusion that her personal freedom was far more important than continuing the show. But before Iyanla became a regular on Oprah's show, she had carved out a path for herself and was aiming for the top. Iyanla, before she met Oprah. Before appearing on The Oprah Winfrey Show, Iyanla Vanzant had a fairly successful career. Although the show helped catapult her to fame, she was a successful author and is currently the author of 17 books. Aside from that, she's a highly spiritual person who is drawn from a variety of spiritual and religious traditions throughout her life. Raised in a Pentecostal church, she found resonance with New Thought's teachings and unity philosophy. Iyanla's spiritual lineage includes Yoruba and Native American influences. She was initiated as a Yoruba priestess, and her name Iyanla means Great Mother, reflecting her role as a nurturer and healer. She has described herself as clairaudient, meaning she has the ability to hear spiritual messages and insights. When this gift first emerged in her childhood, her grandmother initially dismissed it as evil. Over time, she learned to apply this intuitive ability in her work as a spiritual teacher and life coach. Following her strained relationship with Oprah, she got her talk show in 2001, but it wasn't successful and was canceled after the first season. Iyanla believed that she was not ready at that time and didn't fully understand the television industry. However, there has been some speculation that Iyanla believed that Oprah was the reason for her failure of her show. Despite the lack of confirmation, this speculation suggested that Oprah manipulated everyone in her circle to maintain her brand's dominance for as long as possible. Rumor has it that Oprah felt threatened by Iyanla's quick rise to stardom, and such threats had repercussions. Iyanla's loss of her place on the show was just the first consequence in the beginning of her many struggles. Later on, she faced a financial crisis. At one point, she said that Oprah was worse than Diddy when it came to eliminating threats and mistreating people. Diddy is a popular American rapper who has a long history of intimate misconducts and has notably mistreated upcoming artists. He is mostly known for his bad behavior, and Iyanla's statement that Oprah is worse than him speaks volumes about Oprah's life behind the camera. The American songwriter and actress Tomo Baxton also has something to say about Oprah's attitude towards others. The rhythm and blues diva is not one to forgive and forget easily, especially when it comes to TV hosts. Oprah Winfrey had heavily criticized Baxton. This criticism of the singer in 1998 stemmed from Oprah's belief that Braxton had a poor spending habit, which ultimately resulted in her eventual bankruptcy. "She was so frickin' mean to me, I was in shock," Braxton recounted in a taped segment for the music series Behind the Music. "I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. She pretty much reprimanded me." As Braxton recalled, Oprah's shaming of her didn't end there. She reportedly told Tony, "I hear you have Gucci flatware. I'm Oprah Winfrey, and I don't have Gucci flatware." Squeezing her thumb and forefinger together, the Braxton Family Values star added, "She made me feel small." This interview left a lasting negative impression on Braxton's view of Oprah. Regrettably, Iyanla and Braxton are not the only celebrities who had a good start with Oprah before experiencing a fallout. Oprah's friendship with Michael Jackson. In 1993, Michael Jackson decided to appear on Oprah's show to give the world a rare glimpse into his life as a superstar and his childhood. However, what seemed like a regular show would become one of Michael Jackson's nightmares years later. For years, she wanted an interview with Michael Jackson, which she was sure was going to be a hit interview that would give her instant fame. After years of failed attempts, she got her chance. February 10th, 1993, was the day Oprah conducted a groundbreaking interview with Jackson at his Neverland Ranch, which was the first time the reclusive superstar had opened up to the media in over a decade. The interview was a major television event, drawing a record-breaking 90 million viewers worldwide. She questioned Jackson about his childhood, his changing appearance, and the several rumors about him. Jackson was surprisingly candid, denying rumors that he slept in a hyperbaric chamber or bought the bones of the Elephant Man. He also spoke about his difficult relationship with his father, Joe Jackson. Oprah later said she felt a close bond with Michael during their interaction, and that she was dumbfounded when the elusive star called her directly to request the interview. He likely chose her because of their shared friendships with Quincy Jones and Elizabeth Taylor. The groundbreaking interview did wonders for her career, as the special gave Winfrey and her talk show much-needed credibility she always wanted. However, the relationship between Oprah and Michael Jackson later soured after he faced multiple allegations of child intimate mistreatment in the years after the 1993 interview, culminating in a high-profile 2005 trial in which he was ultimately acquitted. When the documentary Leaving Neverland aired in 2019, which featured detailed allegations of mistreatment from two of Jackson's accusers, Oprah decided to publicly support the men and their claims. She filmed a special interview with the accusers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, immediately following the documentary's premiere. In the interview, Oprah acknowledged that her decision to platform the accusers would be controversial, and that she would get it from Jackson's fans and defenders. She asserted that the documentary went beyond his personal life, focusing on the wider problem of societal corruption and the facilitation of intimate mistreatment. Some saw Oprah's support of the accusers as a betrayal of her previous close relationship with Jackson. The Jackson estate condemned the documentary as a pathetic attempt to exploit the singer. To many, this was her attempt to destroy the career of the iconic singer. To worsen it all, after Michael Jackson passed away in 2009, she, being a clout-chasing journalist, decided to exploit his legacy by wanting access to Jackson's home and interviewing his children. This was unacceptable. Despite Jackson's acquittal in the 2005 molestation trial, Oprah remained steadfast in her belief that he was guilty, even going so far as to air shows questioning his innocence during the jury deliberations. Jackson's own brother Randy confirmed that the singer was well aware of Oprah's smear campaign and dubious attitude towards him, and that he would have never wanted his children around her. Yet, following his death in 2009, she saw an opportunity to exploit the King of Pop's legacy and boost her struggling network. She wasted no time in arranging an interview with his daughter, Paris, under the impression of providing a platform for the grieving teenager to share her story. However, many of Jackson's devoted fans saw through Oprah's thinly veiled attempt at self-promotion. In an open letter, the fans united for Michael Jackson's legacy accused her of using grieving children whose father she tried to convince a jury to send behind bars when it suited her. They condemned her shameful exploitation and hypocrisy, noting that Jackson himself had made it clear he would never have wanted his children exposed to Oprah, whom he viewed as the last person on earth he would want around his children. Despite the backlash she faced, she proceeded with the interview, filming inside Jackson's iconic Neverland Ranch and grilling the vulnerable Paris about her father's legacy and the circumstances surrounding his death. The fans' outrage only grew, with one commenter describing her as an attention-seeking bleep who was disrespectful to exploit the Jackson family's grief for her own gain. Oprah's exploitation of the Jacksons did not end there. In 2019, she revisited the allegations of child intimate mistreatment against Michael Jackson, lending her influential platform to the accusers featured in the controversial documentary Leaving Neverland. Many saw this move as her desperate attempt to rekindle interest in her network and further tarnish the legacy of an artist she had long sought to condemn. The Jackson family and their supporters have remained steadfast in their condemnation of Oprah's actions, accusing her of hypocrisy and exploitation. As one fan briefly put it, Oprah is the biggest hypocrite of all. The list of people who have a lot to say about Oprah keeps growing, and you won't believe what Monique has to say. Monique and Oprah's fallout. Like most people, Monique admired Oprah and viewed her as her idol. But things took a dark turn after they worked together in the film Precious, and Monique refused to promote the movie in another country. The feud between Oprah and Monique started after their collaboration on the 2009 film Precious, which earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Some speculation suggests that Oprah wasn't very happy about her recognition and wanted to find a way to put her down. According to Monique, she had a disagreement with Oprah, who was a producer on the film, along with director Lee Daniels and producer Tyler Perry, after she advised her to attend the Cannes Film Festival to promote the movie. However, at that time, she wanted to spend her downtime with her family. The studio behind Precious wasn't too pleased about her decline to take part in the promotional work. The rift deepened a year later, when Oprah invited her brother Gerald Imes onto her talk show to apologize for molesting her when she was a child. Monique claimed that Oprah did call her to ask if it was okay to have him on the show, and she told her that she wanted nothing to do with him, but that Oprah should still do the interview in case he had changed. However, she was upset to see that she had also invited her mother and other family members onto the show, which she claims Oprah did not inform her about. "You betrayed me, sister," Monique said, recounting the incident. She also claimed that her family had initially approached Barbara Walters to do the interview, but Walters had refused, saying, "Monique, I told your family I can't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. You just won that award. Why would I do that to you?" She alleged that Oprah and Tyler Perry, who were both the executive producers of Precious, joined forces with Daniels to spread rumors that she was a difficult performer. This, she believed, is the reason she was blackballed and prevented from getting major roles years after she won an Oscar. Just like Iyanla, she believes Oprah is out to see her downfall and is working overtime to make sure it happens. In a 2015 interview, Monique directly accused Daniels of blackballing her and has maintained these allegations for years. She believes that the industry effectively shut her out because of the negative perceptions Oprah and Tyler created. As a result of these allegations, Daniel decided to take action. In 2022, he surprised Monique with an offer to replace Octavia Spencer in an upcoming Netflix film called The Deliverance, and went on to publicly apologize to her. However, Oprah and Tyler have refused to acknowledge these allegations or apologize to her. The disagreement has continued to this day, with Monique publicly criticizing not only Oprah but also Tyler Perry and other industry figures in a recent interview. The long-standing feud between the two women shows no signs of reconciliation, as they continue to air their grievances in the public eye. Many celebrities might have spoken about Oprah mistreating them in the past, but the worst of them all came in 2020, when shocking posts accusing her of intimate trafficking surfaced online, throwing the media into a frenzy. The dark side of Oprah. Oprah Winfrey has been a subject of speculation for decades, especially since she's a public figure and is one of the richest black women in the United States. So it's quite normal to have people digging deep for information about her personal life or information that could tarnish her reputation. Everyone can't love her, right? In recent years, Oprah Winfrey has been the target of false and baseless rumors that she is involved in intimate trafficking. These claims seem to originate from the far-right conspiracy theory group known as QAnon, which has spread numerous unsubstantiated allegations against high-profile public figures. In 2020, social media posts circulated accusations against her, asserting that police raided her Florida home and arrested her for intimate trafficking. Oprah swiftly refuted these allegations, tweeting that the reports were awful and fake, and asserting that neither a raid nor an arrest had occurred. Ava DuVernay, the director of the film Selma, also came to Oprah's defense, stating that the trolls and bots had started this disgusting rumor and that she had spent decades working on behalf of others and giving hundreds of millions to those in need. The conspiracy theories linking Oprah to intimate trafficking seem to originate from her past association with the disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein, who was convicted of intimate misconduct in 2020. Some QAnon followers have falsely claimed that Oprah's friendship with Weinstein is evidence of her involvement in a larger child intimate trafficking ring. However, there is no reasonable evidence to support these allegations. She has been a vocal advocate against intimate misconduct and has used her platform to raise awareness about the issue. Experts have explained that QAnon followers often target well-known and beloved public figures, such as Oprah, because they believe that the only way someone can achieve that level of success is by engaging in morally depraved activities. Overall, the accusations against Oprah Winfrey regarding intimate trafficking are completely baseless and appear to be part of a larger conspiracy theory that has no basis in reality. Having experienced mistreatment herself, she has consistently utilized her platform to promote social justice and provide support to those who have fallen prey to mistreatment and exploitation. However, Oprah's issues with celebrities go on and on. 50 Cent had accused her of going after black men, especially after what happened to Michael Jackson. Could this accusation be true? 50 Cent. 50 Cent is one of the celebrities who has had a long-lasting feud with Oprah. In his new book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, he recounted that he wanted to appear on Oprah's show when he first came to fame, to prove to his grandmother that he has achieved greatness. However, Oprah's public criticism and labeling of his music as misogynist dashed his dreams. "She was completely against everything that was in my music," Jackson told The Guardian. "So she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies." As a result, Jackson named his dog after the veteran star and told the press that her fans were exclusively elderly white women. Although they eventually reconciled to some extent, 50 Cent still found it difficult to forgive Oprah for condemning his songs. What do you think about the tension between Iyanla Vanzant and Oprah? Is Oprah Winfrey as bad as these celebrities make her seem? Tell us in the comments section below. Don't forget to click on the next video on your screen, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for more updates.